What up? I'm back, and man, I'm excited as hell, man. What the fuck? Ah, damn, I just dropped my phone again. Don't worry, you'll get it later. Anyway, I'm excited as hell because, oh my god, I've been waiting a year and a half for this shit, man. Listen, as much as I was going to complain, as much as I did complain, right, about the lack of information that we've been getting on Spider-Man 2, I have obviously an obligation damn near to talk about this, to talk about the news that we got, and by news I mean this gameplay trailer that we got for Spider-Man. So, okay, I had to give it a second, rewatch it a couple times, get my thoughts, get out of the honeymoon phase, and kind of look at the gameplay for what it is. And oh my god, okay, so go watch it for yourself. I'm not really gonna summarize what it is, but I'm gonna go ahead and just say Spider-Man 2 best be game of the year, bro. If it's not game of the year, well, honestly, I'm not even gonna say anything because you never know. It could be very surprising. Very surprising sometimes when something doesn't happen the way that I was gonna make a bet. I was gonna say, well, I'm either going to get an Xbox or I don't know, because I told my friends that if it wasn't shown today, I would get an Xbox. So I won the bet, not getting an Xbox. Thank God. But yeah. So, okay, so what is it that I want to talk about? There's many things that I want to talk about, really, about things that I like and didn't like, right? I have to go over that. I have to actually, like, analyze things that I did like. So, and things that I'm kind of like so on, right? Like I'm like halfway where I don't dislike it, but I don't like it either. So let's go ahead and go with the things that I don't really like. Right, I'm gonna go ahead and get those out the way first, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get straight into the positives, right? So let's get into it. Okay, so the only thing that I can say that I don't like, because that's honestly the only thing that I can say I don't like, is the fact that they recycled the web swinging animations. Okay, look, it's been 5 years, damn near 3 since Spider-Man Miles Morales. Actually, 5 years since the first one, and damn near 3 since Spider-Man Miles Morales. I was hoping for new animations, but the majority of the ones that we saw were the same. There were a few that I knew that I saw. Don't worry, I saw a couple new ones, but I'm not really a fan of the fact that they reuse them. Right? I would love to see some new ones. Right? Hopefully there are more new ones than there are recycled, but I'm not really seeing it. I was hoping that the web swinging physics will also be updated. Let's say that, but it looks like the physics are still the same. So that's kind of one of the only things that I dislike. Right? And I think that's about it. Because honestly, I'm trying to think of things I didn't like, and I can't really give too much of what I didn't like from a 12-minute video. I'm sure somebody is gonna like find something that they didn't like about the game, right? But for the most part, I don't like the recycling. I think that's honestly the thing that I want to say, the recycling, because there's a lot of recycling in this game. There's a lot of animations that have been redone, they're not redone, that have been reused, right, in combat, in stealth, right? If you look at the stealth, if you look at Peter's combat, but there's also new shit that I saw, right? So it's like, I'm kind of, this isn't a so-so, I just don't like the rehashing. Right, I didn't want everything new, but I'm seeing mostly things that I already seen. Now, yeah, they changed Miles' wall crawling animation when he's like, crawling in vents and shit. Nobody really thought about that. I seem to have been the only one who noticed that. I played these games so much, man, that I know them by heart, damn near. So, I know what I'm talking about here. So, yes, mostly old animations, but okay, that's not too much of an issue, right? I don't mind that too much. I seen the new ones. I'm hoping that you got more new ones than we do old ones, but okay, that's cool. And yeah, the web swinging physics didn't actually change. That's cool. Now, let's go over the things that I'm more so on, right? I'm like in the middle. I'm not really don't dislike them too much, but I don't really like it either. And let's go with the most controversial thing about this game that we're seeing so far, that I'm seeing on Twitter, that I'm seeing people talk about, is the black suit. So I'm in the middle with this one, because on one hand, I get what they were trying to do. I understand what they were trying to do with it, but at the same time, I get where the frustration from other people, because not frustration, but let's say dissatisfaction, where people are like, it looks trash, and I'm like, I don't think it looks trash. I think calling it trash is a bit harsh, right? And I'm the type of dude where I'm gonna be harsh where it needs to be, because there are things that it does right. It still has the symbol. I like the eyes. I like the way the suit texture looks. But the problem with the suit is that it looks like it's like fused with his regular suit, and that's not what the black suit is supposed to look like, right? There's people who are sharing this image of Tom Holland with his own version of the black suit. I think that looked great. I think that's what the black suit should look like. It should look like an alien. It should look like not like it's a suit in and of itself. It should look like its own organism just bonded to you. Like it's not supposed to look like it's working with you. It's supposed to look like it's taking you over, and that's what I want, right? Especially because in the showcase, that's what it sounds like to me, right? From Peter's reaction and whatnot. We're gonna get to that in a second, but overall, yeah, I think that's the only thing I'm kind of so-so on. And the reason why I'm just straight up so-so on it, and why I'm not just straight up disliking it, is because I think that they're gonna do this thing. So I think what they're gonna do, right, and I could be wrong, so maybe this is just me hoping for too much, but I feel like me and Insomniac are looking at the same page here. And I think what they're gonna do is that throughout the game, the suit will start to take over Peter more and more, and the longer he wears it, the more symbiotic like it will look. So for those who don't know what I'm talking about, if you've ever watched the show Spectacular Spider-Man, you'll see that in that show, he wore the suit for a little bit, and at first it looked like his regular threads just were black. Then the next time you see him, the web patterns are gone, and you're starting to see, or not completely gone, you're still there, but you're starting to see the symbiote start to take over a little bit. The spider gets a little bigger, the web patterns are a little bit more gone. By the time that you see it again, the web patterns are completely gone, the suit is fully black, and the spider has completely expanded. I think that's what they might be going for. I think that's what they might be doing. I could be wrong, but this is just me being hopeful and wishful thinking, but I'm hoping that that's what they're going for. And also, that's pretty much why I'm so-so on that, because I think that's what they're trying to do. But also, it's gonna have alternate variations, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna make, like, other versions of the black suit, right? Especially because it looks like it's gonna be a part of gameplay. So, and it looks like it's gonna have its own skill tree, possibly. So that's why I'm like, I'm kind of so-so on it, because on one hand, it's not something that I'm gonna complain about too much, because even if it's not accurate to the comics, I'm like, well, I'm sure they have an accurate version of it in the alternate suits selection, and they probably have multiple versions of it. So I'm not really tripping about that, right? I'm not really tripping about how it looks, but yes, it could have looked better. Like, I'm not about to go ahead and deny that. Like, as a Spider-Man fan, as a comic book fan, yes, it could have absolutely looked better. Also, what I'm also so-so on is just sort of uncertainty. Like, how is the black suit gonna work exactly? I know I'm asking questions way ahead of time, but like, how is the black suit gonna work? Is it gonna have its own skill tree? Is it gonna, like, it's part of gameplay, right? Peter has his own moveset for it. He has a whole new moveset for it. So, and he's not gonna wear it for the rest of the game. Let's be honest. We know he's gonna take it off at the end of the game. So how is that gonna work, right? Like, eventually we're gonna get rid of it. So it's like, okay, well then, post game, where after the game is done, do we just get to play with it, even though it's not supposed to be on you anymore? Or is it going to be like a New Game Plus situation, where in New Game Plus, like in Spider-Man 3, I remember in New Game Plus, you could play with the black suit early on in the game, and you could keep it for the rest of the game, right? And is that what that's going to be? Because then that would give you a good reason to get on New Game Plus, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, that's why I'm kind of like so-so on it. I'm not too sure, but I think this is just me asking directional questions, less so questions about what happened in the playthrough or in the gameplay. I'm asking, I'm like getting ahead of myself, basically. That's why I'm like, I don't trip about that too much. So I'm cool on that, right? I don't mind all that. Now let's go over the things that I did like, because I did like a lot. Let's go over it. First off, they separated it in like the official videos, but I liked Kraven's introduction, right? So in the PlayStation Live, Kraven's introduction and the gameplay are together, but for some reason, when you go look up videos of the gameplay, Kraven's introduction and the Spider-Man gameplay are separated. I'm not sure why, but anyway, I like Kraven's introductions, right? It already establishes what his motivation is. He's trying to find the thrill of the hunt again. That's very in character. That's something Kraven would do, so I don't mind that at all. I think he's characterized well. His design looks really cool. I am looking forward to hearing more of his voice actor. I like that. Speaking of voice acting, let's also talk about the other things that I like. Is the fact that I like Spider-Man's symbiote voice. Now, I think Yuri Lowenthal is trying a little too hard. People are praising it. I think he's trying a little too hard, man. I think that he's leaning on a little thick I think that the way Peter's symbiote voice should sound is a little bit more subtle. So, for example, in Spectacular Spider-Man, uh, like look at how Josh Keaton was doing it. I think it was pretty subtle. He was doing it pretty good. But I like Yuri's take on it. It sounds cool. He sounds aggressive. He sounds angry. I like that. It's like, and I feel like the death of Aunt May and like everything else happening around him is gonna affect his emotions, and I like that. Like I like that they're probably gonna take that into account, right? Is that the symbiote should always come at a time where Peter's life is trash, because that's when he will feel like he most needs it, right? And then he will like more than likely let himself get taken over by it more and more. And I think that's what they're gonna go for. I like that. I like that they set that up. I like the gameplay. There's a lot of new stuff in combat that I noticed. Miles threw a comment on me. Oh yeah, Peter using tendrils and shit. He was using like a whole new combo. Like he pushed the dude up against the wall. And he was kicking the shit out of him. I'm like, yo, that's cool as hell, man. And then he was picking up multiple dudes at the same time with his tendrils. It's like, and some people were bringing up is like, yo, they've become a little too overpowered now. That's a little ridiculous. But I'm like, I trust that Insomniac will throw enemies at you that can counter that. Like, I feel like the enemies will learn of how the symbiote works, and then they'll like figure out counters and whatnot. Like, you know how in Miles Morales and in Spider-Man 1, the enemies will like throw a bomb at you that will disable your Venom, or they would disable your gadgets. Well, they're gonna do something like that where it's gonna disable the symbiote or something. It's gonna make you weak or whatever. But okay, let's go ahead and go with other things I like. The web swinging. The web swinging looked great. It looks faster than it did in the previous games. That's what I wanted. I'm glad. It looks fast as hell. It looks more dynamic. They changed the camera shaking. You can see speed lines, not speed lines, but like wind lines where you're swinging. I'm digging the way it looks. Okay, I like the lizard. He's really big, right? And I think this is because this is the time period where he sheds. They're probably gonna show the classic version of the lizard with the lab coat and whatnot. And they're probably gonna do that. But right now they're like showing like the bigger version of him, and I like that. I like that they're showing the shedded version. What else is there? What else is there? Sorry. I'm trying to trying to gather my thoughts. Oh, right. There's one more thing. The traversal, I didn't touch on it too much. I was talking about the swinging. Miles has a slingshot. I'm pretty sure that Peter also has it, and I'm pretty sure they have the exact same moves in the game. The slingshot takes you really far. That's crazy as hell. Y'all should have seen this out. Miles is zoomed, and also they have like wing coats now. Not wing coats, wingsuits. So you know how Spider-Man, the classic design, he would have like web underarms or whatever. Yeah, they have that in the game now, so they can both do it, and it looks cool. It looks fluid. It looks fun. It looks like it's gonna be fast too. Miles was going through like some circles that made him go quicker with it. I guess you're gonna be able to do that too. You can switch between characters. Like it literally shows switch to Miles earlier. I don't know if you could just do that at free will in the middle of missions or whatever, or if it's just like something that the game forces you to do in the middle of missions. I don't know if you can switch while you're in the open world as well. I'm pretty sure you can. Right? I'm sure having two Spider-Man, I'm pretty sure they would let you do that. But I don't know if like in the middle of missions you could just switch, right? That'd be cool. But I highly doubt that. Right? I think that they'll just let you switch whenever they want you to. Like whether that's in open world or in the middle of missions, that's probably what's going to happen. So that's what I'm thinking. The HUD had a overhaul. That's cool with me. It looks more PS5 like, right? The buttons don't have colors on them anymore. So yeah, there's that. The combos look like they got an update. And oh yeah, during stealth, Miles took down two dudes at the same time. So they're giving you multiple takedowns now, and I like that. Like I don't know, that has been missing from these games for years. I think the last game that did that was either The Amazing Spider-Man 1 or The Amazing Spider-Man 2. So damn near it's either been 11 years or it's been almost 10 years. So it's like, damn, man, it's been a minute since you've been able to do that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that very much, man. Really, man. But I hope I covered everything that I wanted. Okay, there are two things right around the end. First off, the title, you know how they have this little phrase that kind of summarizes the theme of the game? So with the first game, it was like, be greater. With Spider-Man Miles Morales, it was be yourself. This one, it's be greater together. But like, the cool thing is they would have the symbiote wrap around it together, and then they would have Miles as Venom blasting it away. And it's so cool because it's like a double meaning, right? It's like a meaning where it's like together as in you and me, the symbiote, and together as in you and me, Miles. And I'm like, yo, that's clever as hell. I'm not gonna. That's really clever. I like that. It's like, it's almost like Peter will have to choose a partner. It's either the symbiote, which poisons your life, but it makes you stronger, right? But it's then Miles who reminds you how being a good Spider-Man looks like, and he doesn't physically make you stronger, but he will keep you as a human being. He will keep you grounded as a human being, and I like that. I know that that's what they're gonna go for, bro. I just know it. So, yeah, I think that's honestly everything that I wanted to cover. I'm very excited. They didn't show a release date. That pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie, because you should have a release date by now. We haven't seen the game in like a year and a half. I don't know why they're still saying fall 2033, but sure, whatever. I'll wait. I was trying to pre-order it today. I'm not gonna lie. I was trying to pre-order it like right now. Like I'm not even. I was like, yo, okay. So as soon as they're done, they're gonna announce the pre-order date. They're gonna announce the date, and then I'm gonna be able to go into the PlayStation Store and just pre-order it. Nope. They was like, oh no, you still gonna have to wait. So I'm sure that we'll get the release date next month, more than likely. That's honestly where I see it happening, but I could be wrong. So, but yeah. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Right. Let me know what you thought about the PlayStation Showcase. I watched the entire thing. That's honestly how I even got to see Spider-Man. Because I was just sitting there waiting for it. And it's like, they knew what they were doing, man. They put Spider-Man in last place because they knew that people would stick to the very end to see it. And they were right, because that's what I did. So, yeah. So, please let me know what you think. I want to get a dialogue going. I'm very excited for the game. Are you looking forward to it? Were you disappointed? I don't blame people at all for being disappointed, by the way. I can see how it would have disappointed you. But yeah, I am very excited for it. So peace. Take care of yourselves. And if I keep staying here, I'm going to ramble. So that's why I got to like dip. But I got other videos coming on the way while we wait for the game. I will have new playthroughs. I will have a road to this game ready soon, especially during the summertime, because I'm going to be going away, so I'm not really going to be busy too much while I'm out. So I will have way more time to drop videos, because I haven't been dropping that much. So that's honestly why I've been gone for a minute. But yes, I will be away and I will be relaxing, so I will have more time to make videos. And when this game comes out, you can definitely damn near make sure that you'll be on my channel day one. All right, peace. Take care of yourselves. I'll see y'all later.